Welcome, my name is Elena Gagliardi, and I will be sharing some of what is presented to the children in the areas of science and geography. Just like the language area of the classroom, these lessons provide opportunity for your child to match objects and pictures, which help prepare them for reading as well as writing. Ideally, works for the topics being covered in science or geography might be found in practical life or math. These two areas bring all the skills learned throughout the entire classroom to use. Science is the area of the classroom that goes through a total change approximately every 4 to 6 weeks. With limited Montessori-made materials for most science topics, it is an area that requires the teacher to be responsible for making her own materials to complete a unit of study. The botany cabinet is considered to be one of Dr. Montessori's first materials. The story goes that Maria received an unwanted cabinet from a dentist friend. Since the children in her care at the time had limited materials to use, they were very curious about this cabinet. One day, when the children were particularly restless, she gathered them around this cabinet and explained with great importance that she was going to show them something. She then silently and slowly removed a drawer and carried it around the room. She noticed their spellbound attention and how eager each child was to have a turn to carry the tray. This moment is considered her first presentation. This picture shows the modern botany cabinet and some supporting materials. The botany cabinet can be used as a puzzle or to learn the proper names for leaf shapes. The leaf, tree, and flower puzzle pieces are separated into its smaller parts for the children to learn the names. For instance, the tree puzzle has individual pieces for the roots, trunk, branches, and leaves. No matter which topic we might be learning in science, learning the proper names for what is being studied is important. Montessori noted that children of this age are in their sensitive period for acquiring language. Therefore, it is only natural to give them the proper names for a species and their parts. Here we see the terms given for the parts of the leaf: the blade, the margin, and the veins. It would also include the stem, which is not shown in this particular picture. As in all areas of the classroom, we want there to be a wide range of works that appeal to every skill level. Children are not assigned these works, but choose them out of interest. A unit will have a mixture of both manipulative works and works that provide an opportunity for the children to write, color, cut, and paste. Some of the many topics covered in science are leaves, trees, flowers, seeds, fruits, vegetables, classifications of animals, along with specific animal study. The human body, including the senses, emotions, organs, and bones, as well as dinosaurs, magnets, space, and the planets. Some topics, like leaves and flowers, will be presented each year, whereas other topics are changed from year to year. Let's move on to geography. The geography lessons begin with introducing the topic of land, air, and water, the three elements that make our planet unique. To prepare for this lesson, we have the children gather each element from outdoors and put them in a labeled glass jars. Air is the most amazing to them because we catch it in a plastic bag, which you can see and feel by the expansion of the bag. But when it is released into the jar, it cannot be seen. The children can sort objects or pictures by things that live in one of the elements. Or it can be used in connection with a unit on transportation where they can sort vehicles that move on land, air, and water. These lessons are followed by introduction to the sandpaper globe. When we initially present the globe, it is explained to the children that a globe is a model of the earth. The sandpaper globe shows how much of the earth is covered by land and water. The continent globe is the first introduction to the names of the continents. The map follows. The first map that we present is a map to introduce all the continents, which is shown in the picture on the left. There are also maps for each continent that is divided by all the countries on that particular continent. Here we see the child on the right working with the map of Africa. Children first use the maps just as a puzzle, but they are soon introduced to various ways to make a map of their own. Pin pricking the continent shapes is a popular method for making an initial map. Pin pricking enables children who don't have a dexterity to use scissors to cut out the shapes of each continent with a method to do so as shown in the center picture. Tracing the individual puzzle pieces, then coloring them with crayon or colored pencil or using paint often follows. We encourage the children to write the names of the continents or countries if possible. Map making is a very popular activity experienced by all but truly appreciated by the older students. In addition to using the various maps, the children will also experience lessons to help them to learn more about a culture, both present and past. We also learn about the flags of different countries. Initially, we teach about the parts of the flag, the canton, field, and fly, before introducing a specific country's flag. Finding fun and different ways to create a flag keeps the children's interest throughout the years they are with us. Landforms are introduced using molds and introduced in pairs that are opposite to each other. For example, lake and island, peninsula and gulf. The children pour water into the mold where indicated by the blue areas. They can then float boats in the water or put trees on the land. This work can also be done in connection with a transportation unit as shown in the picture to the right. The landform cabinet, which has drawers of 2 to 3 piece puzzles, provide a more abstract experience. These puzzle pieces can also be traced and colored. The definition of the landform is in the tray for children to write. This child is using 3 materials together with the most concrete next to her moving to matching cards that are more abstract. The science and geography areas work together to introduce your child to the world and are the areas that often entice children to try to work that make time to complete and incorporate writing. I thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about the science and geography curriculum. Your child's teacher will be keeping you informed about what science or geography topics they are covering each month in their newsletter. Thank you and have a good day.